I found her secret blog detailing how she manipulated and despised me. I printed it out for the divorce court. Man, this shit's crazy. I found her secret blog detailing how she manipulated and despised me. I printed it out for the divorce court. I'm Moan, 34, and I'm still trying to catch my breath from finding out my husband had been running a hidden blog trashing me for months. I'm talking to you like it's 2 a.m., lights dim, heart racing, telling my best friend every nasty detail, raw, uncut, exactly how it went down. I never saw it coming, and when I did, my world flipped. I gotta backtrack through every little sign I missed, 'cause this shit all makes more sense now that I know the truth. It started on a chill Thursday in the spring of 23. I was living in that 3-bedroom starter home my man, Ray, got after he finally got a decent job at a local logistics firm. We'd rented for a minute, crashing with his cousin Tyrone in Englewood, both of us struggling through rent, bills, groceries. I was pregnant with our son, Jax, elbow deep in baby gear, Meyer diapers, wipes from CVS, nursery painted light green. By August, Jax arrived, fat as a Gucci bag and beautiful. I was back at my temp job at a recruitment agency, answering phones, scheduling interviews, for $12 an hour. We shared that beat-up Honda Civic, gas card in his name, and we hustled. I babysat weekends for Auntie Tamika, sold clothes on Instagram, tried to keep us afloat. Me and Ray met 4 years earlier at Uncle Marcus's cookout. I was flipping rib tips for a catering gig. He was looking all crisp in a white tee, grin shining. We vibed instantly. He was quiet, thoughtful. I was loud, street smart. We moved in 6 months later into a cramped 1-bedroom with Tyrone. By April 22, I was pregnant. By August, Jax blessed us. We thought we had it made, small wedding, baby furniture, all that. But cracks were there from day one. See, Ray had that life coach vibe. Every morning he'd brew coffee, wear white tees, talk about find your purpose, from some motivational accounts. I was trying to hustle at my IG side gig, flip kicks, tees. He saw it as me being a gold digger. I thought I was helping with bills. He thought I was wasting money. We argued over nothing. His phone would lock, his laptop would lock. I saw receipts for late-night Taco Bell runs when he claimed he was clocked in at midnight. Meanwhile, I was texting old flings on Facebook, feeling wanted. I'd post flirtatious stories on IG, comment, "You look good," on random guys' pics, just 'cause I felt ignored. But I never went further, just a quick makeout here or there. Thought it was harmless. By January 23, things got ugly. I started sneaking in his laptop when he forgot to lock it, nothing major. But one night, I googled his full name plus blog and stumbled on The Realness Chronicles, a hidden site where he'd been spilling dirt on me since January. I read, January 15th, I love her, but she smothers me, whines about bills in front of friends. I got a smile through her drama. My chest dropped. Next, February 3rd, she buys sneakers and clothes she don't need, then bitches when I can't cover groceries. I'm her ATM. I froze. I never told him about my resale hustle. I was using that money to pay half our bills. But seeing it through his eyes made me feel sick. I learned in March he was hiding messages. He locked his phone, stopped sharing his location. I hacked his Gmail with a reset attempt. No luck. I convinced myself I was paranoid. But last month, I'd walked into his warehouse break room, saw him leaning on DeAndre, Logan while I came home to an empty house. He said overtime ended, he needed wings, but I knew he'd been club hopping. Our sex life was dead. I'd flirted back on IG. We were toxic, but I thought we were just stressed. Then I saw more blog posts. March 12th, she's not loyal, talking to dudes online, gets me heartbroken. April 1st, found out she texted Eddie Banks, say miss you. I'll drop this in divorce court if she keeps disrespecting me. That was about my drunken makeout with Eddie outside the corner store. It got around the block, but I never thought Ray'd use it. On June 15th. Saw her Logan with DeAndre at my warehouse. She disrespected me, damn shame. I need to finish this. That was only days ago. I hugged him at work, he ignored me, and in the hallway, I saw him texting a girl named Chloe. I should have known. By July 4, 2023, the blog said. She got up in some random bar, spilled my drink, disrespected me publicly. She's trying to ruin me. I blocked her card to prove a point. See you in court. That fight happened at Club Rouge. I drank too much, he got drunk, we ended up outside, me slapping him trying to push me down. Next day, he blocked my debit so I couldn't pay for an Uber. I took cash out the joint to survive. He was making moves I didn't see. All this time, we'd been gaslighting each other. I blamed his distance, he blamed my spending and flirting. Now I saw he had planned to use every slip, every bad moment, against me. My heart hurt, but I was furious. He was trading all our fights for page views, stepping into my business like I was not even human. That night I stayed up till 3 a.m. screenshotting every post, 24 entries detailing how I was a clingy bitch, trash, unfit mother. He even wrote he despised my family, called my cousin trailer trash, and said Auntie Tamika was a drama queen. My living room was dark, Jack slept in his bassinet. The whir of the old printer echoed as I printed the blog posts, blue ink smudging, pages dropping like confessions. I stapled stacks of evidence, added my own notes. He lie. He was at that bar, not at work. He took $1,200 for Vegas trip. I printed bank statements too. He financed a self-discovery retreat, but didn't go to any workshop. Those were hotel receipts. Next day, I felt dead inside but kept my face together at the agency. At noon, I drove to Andy's house, put Jax down for a nap, then rode my bike to Bean and Grind coffee shop. While sipping a caramel latte, I scribbled a statement. I present evidence of defamatory posts, emotional abuse, and intent to alienate me from our child. I printed that in the shop's mini printer, folded it carefully, and slid it into a new folder. I never told Auntie what plan I was cooking, she just nodded when I borrowed her pink, rhinestone-studded USB. Thursday night, Ray got home at 2 a.m. I had Real Housewives on, headphones in. He stormed in. Where the fuck have you been? I texted you 10 times. I yanked out my headphones. I've been here, hush up. He rolled his eyes, slammed the bathroom door. My blood dripped like syrup. I texted my lawyer. We on for Friday at 10, right? He shot back. See you in court. I patted my stomach, felt Jack's kick, and knew I'd do whatever to protect him. Friday morning, my bike chain snapped. I took a lift to the Daily Center with Jax, dressed him in his Winnie the Pooh onesie. I nursed him in the hallway while a guy in a suit gave me a look. By 9:45 a.m., my lawyer, Mr. Benton, met me in courtroom 802. I wore a simple black dress, eyes puffy. Ray was already there in a navy suit, fresh fade, cologne drowning the room. He flashed a cocky grin, like he thought his blog wouldn't matter. Judge Harper called us up. I handed over my stacks of printed pages. Ray's lawyer tried to object. Your Honor, this is hearsay. But my lawyer shredded that. We have server logs, timestamps, and Google Cache. The judge flipped through those pages. Every blog post where he called me a nag, accused me of cheating, and said he'd expose me in court. She looked at him. You wrote that your wife is unfit, a cheater, only after her cheating with Eddie? He stammered. They were consensual encounters, Your Honor, personal strife. She scowled. Those entries are malicious. You intended to harm her reputation and alienate your child. She tapped her pen. Temporary sole custody goes to Ms. Johnson. Mr. Mitchell, supervised visitation once a week. She also ordered $750 monthly spousal support until further notice. Ray's jaw dropped. I felt a flicker of triumph, but also a hollow ache. My boy was safe, but our family was broken for good. I left the courtroom holding Auntie's hand, stroller by my side. Jax gurgled in his car seat, oblivious. Judge Harper's words echoed. Temporary sole custody. That meant Ray could barely see his son. I felt vindicated. He tried to paint me as unfit. At the same time, I missed what we had. and he squeezed my hand. You did what you had to do. I sighed. Yeah, but I still feel empty. That afternoon, I called a locksmith and changed every lock. I texted Ray's lawyer. Removed my name from joint accounts. I filed motions for support and custody. I let loose a half-smoked cigarette on the stoop, took a drag, stared at the stars. Summer in Chicago smelled like charcoal and skunky weed. I shoved the cigarette in the dirt, crushed it under my flip-flop, and walked inside with Jax. Next weeks were a blur: daycare drop-offs, barista shifts at Starbucks on 55th, lawyer meetings. I moved into a small two-bedroom a few blocks away. Auntie Tamika watched Jax when I closed late. I got a roommate, my cousin Chris, who works at FedEx nights. He moved in, brought his gaming setup, blasted Tupac at 11 p.m., but I appreciated he left me alone. I had sole custody. Ray was ordered to pay $600 monthly, half for daycare. I changed utilities to my name. I cleaned out my closet of his stuff, tossed his PS5 in our storage unit. I started posting on IG, pics with Jax at the park, captions like, "Single mama grindin', no cap." People DM'd, "How you hold it together?" I lied. One day at a time. Meanwhile, I wrecked that Insta, hustlin' my resell biz, getting 5,000 followers selling thrift finds. I'd order $20 t-shirt lots from Goodwill, flip 'em for $50. I used that money to pay rent. But I still drank too much on weekends, hit Fly Girls Lounge on 55th, sippin' Rose with Brea. I Snapchatted. Tonight's vibes. Caught DMs from some dude Kai. "Ain't you ever gonna talk to me?" I ghosted him. I wanted affection but couldn't trust anyone. By December 23, stress got me. Work ended at Starbucks, so I snagged a cleaning gig at a tanning salon, vacuuming, changing beds, selling lotion. I made $90 weekends, enough to keep formula stocked. At least there, I'd bust my ass and didn't have to fake smiles to corporate suits. I'd come home exhausted, but I had money. Winter 24 got colder. One Saturday in January, I was in the bathroom at Starbucks, ballin', thinking about Ray. I stared at his old wedding ring in my hand, tossing it in the trash. I thought, what if he never found that blog? Could we have fixed this? I slapped myself. Nah, he dissed you publicly, mama. I hung up a new calendar that said 2024, with a paperclip holding my custody papers above. In March 24, Ray got engaged to that Instagram girl, Kayla. I saw her stories, waffles, mimosas, brunch at some fancy spot. I felt a twist in my gut. He moved on. I was still scratching out rent. I texted my lawyer. Check if he's paying support. He said, he's 2 months behind. I smoked a blunt in Auntie's backyard. Fuck him for real. I spit in the dirt and felt a tiny relief. By April, I was going back to therapy. Dr. Reynolds, a black woman in Bronzeville. She asked, "Why you letting this guy's words control you?" I told her. He made me look crazy in court. I gotta protect my son. She nodded. Write down your thoughts without censor. It helps. I wrote in my phone. I hate him, but I miss what we had. I wish we never married. I felt lighter after that. By summer 24, I had a steady barista job, weekend flips, and even started freelancing on Fiverr, editing resumes, making graphics. I paid off most of that small loan. I felt a little proud, my credit score creeping up. I was popping off on IG, sharing cheap mom hacks. I'd post story highlights. How to feed a baby on $20. Or, thrift flip haul. People praised me, but my nights were lonely, bottles of wine, Netflix docuseries, scrolling in bed. In September 24, I rented a one-bedroom apartment. White walls, a small couch, Target area rug. I moved out of the house on 73rd. Now I live 3 blocks from Jax's daycare. I replaced the crib with a toddler bed and put his baby pics on the wall. I felt like I'd hit reset on life. One night in October, I got a text from an unknown number. Saw your story. Ray started a new blog under a fake name, truthunfiltered.net. My heart sank. I clicked the link, saw new entries slamming my parenting. She can't keep him on a schedule, spits on my efforts, ignores his needs. I felt a hot rage, but I also felt weird relief. At least he still thought about me. I screenshotted it. I thought, he ain't gone quit until he ruins me. By January 25, Instagram reached 5,000 followers. I was doing daycare, barista shifts, Fiverr, resell hustle. Money came from all sides, but I still felt hollow. I thought, I made it on my own, but I lost a man I loved, and maybe I deserve it. I texted Auntie. I can't sleep. She said, therapy again? I said, maybe. In March, I saw Ray's wedding photos on Instagram. He married Kayla in some backyard ceremony. I felt a stab, but I said to myself, good for him. I posted a story. Happy for you, truly. My caption read, peace over perfect. I let it go. Now it's June 25. I'm pulling into my complex off Kedzie in my silver Chevy Cruze. Dent on the passenger door from some asshole who opened his door too hard. I park, see Ms. Patterson at the corner store, nod at her. I walk into my small two-bedroom, me and Jackson the master, Chris in the other room streaming his gaming channel. I lock the door, set the stroller near the couch, and watch cartoons with Jax. He's playing with wooden blocks, happy as can be. I sip a cold Dr. Pepper. I think about how I found her secret blog detailing how she manipulated and despised me. I printed it out for the divorce court. But I also remember how I played my part, flirting on IG, spending money I shouldn't be, ignoring warning signs. I don't fully regret it, 'cause I got peace now, and Jax is safe. But I do regret how it turned out, how I lost someone I cared about. I'll never say sorry outright, 'cause I needed to protect my son. But I know I was trash in some ways too. At 34, I'm still messy, still imperfect, still alone a lot. But I'm Jax's mom, and that's enough to keep me going. I might hate Ray sometimes, but I love the woman I'm becoming. And if anyone asks how you held it together, I'll just say, one day at a time, no cap.